Welcome back to the deep dive. I'm genuinely excited today because you're about to get your Retter Reboot, our curated, fast-paced look at the really significant shifts happening in AI and tech right now.
Yeah, we tried to distill the noise, dig into what it all means.
Exactly. And our mission today is simple: get you thoroughly well-informed, quickly, and hopefully in an engaging way.
And it really is crucial, isn't it? Given the speed things are moving, especially in AI, our goal isn't just throwing news at you.
Yeah.
It's about helping you connect the dots,
hmm
between things that might seem separate at first glance. Understanding these underlying currents is really key to grasping where all this innovation is heading and how it's going to impact your world.
Totally agree. So think of this as your express route to clarity. We're going to unpack a whole stack of critical updates today. We're talking groundbreaking AI deals, reshaping cloud infrastructure, new gadgets you might actually want, and maybe most importantly, the big questions about AI's impact on society.
All in there.
It's all here. Let's jump right in and unpack this. Okay, so we're kicking things off with a really major theme. The just the sheer scale of investment and the intense strategic competition happening right now to build the actual backbone for AI's future.
Right.
Seriously, if you've ever wondered about the massive computing power these advanced AI models need, well, you're about to get a sense of the staggering numbers involved.
Yeah, it's mind-boggling sometimes.
First up, we're hearing reports that OpenAI and Oracle are finalizing what sounds like a truly historic cloud computing agreement.
Yeah, this one's pretty fascinating. It's not just the reported scale. I mean, OpenAI potentially spending tens of billions every year on Oracle's infrastructure. That's huge in itself.
Tens of billions.
But what's really interesting is the strategy behind it. Oracle, maybe not the first name you think of for cutting-edge AI hyperscaling.
Right, compared to like AWS or Azure.
Exactly. But they seem to be leveraging their distributed cloud setup, maybe even some specialized hardware deals, to offer OpenAI something maybe the others can't guarantee right now. Could be resource availability, could even be something like geopolitical neutrality in their data centers.
Ah, interesting angle.
Yeah, and that's a big draw for a global player like OpenAI. So this move, it really signals a kind of fragmentation in the AI infrastructure market. It suggests specialized compute access might become more important than just general cloud services.
So it forces the big guys to rethink things a bit.
Absolutely. They have to
Right.
reevaluate their whole AI cloud game.
That is a fascinating twist, Oracle stepping up like that. But speaking of those traditional giants, we're also hearing about a pretty surprising move from Microsoft. Even though they're OpenAI's biggest backer, right? They're reportedly looking to, well, reduce their reliance on OpenAI by partnering up with Anthropic. Feels like a big strategic shift.
It is. It's a really shrewd move, actually, and quite telling. Look, Microsoft's relationship with OpenAI is obviously still super important, foundational even.
Sure.
But this diversification, bringing Anthropic's Claude models into the Azure ecosystem, it does a couple of things. For you, the customer, it means more choice, right? Access to another set of high-quality AI models.
Okay, more options.
And for Microsoft, crucially, it reduces that single point of failure in their AI portfolio. It's not just about options. It raises this important question about dependency in AI. Is this just healthy competition hedging their bets?
Or maybe a sign they're a bit concerned about leaning too heavily on one partner.
Exactly. Even a close partner. It definitely suggests they're pushing for more redundancy, building a more resilient AI future for themselves. Hedging, like you said.
AI hedging, I like that. Makes you wonder who else is doing similar things quietly. And talking about fierce competition, it's not just the established players making these big moves. Even newer players are making some incredible claims about performance, really shaking things up. ByteDance, the TikTok company apparently has a new AI model that's outperforming Google's latest on-device model, something like their Gemini Nano project. Yeah. In multiple tests.
Yeah, the claims are quite specific and, frankly, pretty impressive if they hold up. ByteDance's model is supposedly showing stronger reasoning.
Meaning
it can handle complex info, draw more logical, sort of human-like conclusions better. Plus, faster responses and better efficiency overall, both for language stuff and for coding tasks.
Wow.
If you connect that to the bigger picture, it just highlights this incredibly intense global race for AI dominance.
Yeah.
It shows how quickly new players, often with huge resources and maybe unique data, can pop up and challenge the big names like Google.
So it's not just about speed anymore.
No, it's pushing the fundamental capabilities, the actual architecture of these models. It proves innovation can come from anywhere and super fast. Keeps everyone on their toes, even the giants.
Definitely keeps things interesting. Okay, let's shift gears a little. From that foundational infrastructure race to the world of AI startups. This is where things get really interesting, I think, for how we might interact with information and even like write code in the
For
future.
sure. Lots happening there.
First off, Perplexity. The AI search startup reportedly raising a massive $200 million in new funding, and get this, it boosts their valuation to $20 billion.
20 billion. That valuation, it's not just a number, right? It really shows huge investor confidence in how fast Perplexity is growing and their whole approach.
Which is different from Google's, how?
Well, they're positioning themselves as a direct challenger by offering this conversational AI-driven search. It doesn't just give you a list of links, it synthesizes info. And this is key, it cites its sources.
Ah, the citations. That's a big differentiator.
Huge. And that funding, that $200 million, it's not just for show. It's going to fuel scaling up their infrastructure, big time, global expansion plans,
Yeah.
and pushing out new features faster to compete directly with, OpenAI, Google, and Anthropic.
So for you, the listener, this could really change how you find stuff online.
Absolutely. It's a potential shift away from scrolling through endless links towards something more concise, verifiable, and just conversational. It's rethinking information discovery from the ground up.
That sounds pretty appealing, honestly. And another big success story, this one changing how we code, is Replit. They've hit a $3 billion valuation, apparently off the back of $150 million in annualized revenue. That's serious momentum.
Yeah, Replit's doing incredibly well. It's this collaborative coding and AI development platform. And its growth is just being fueled by this massive demand for AI-assisted coding tools and these easy-to-use cloud development environments.
Right.
Hitting that milestone, it validates their model, obviously, but it also really cements their position as a key player in AI coding. They're competing effectively with giants like GitHub Copilot, Anthropic's Claude Code, OpenAI's Codex.
So AI isn't just creating new stuff, it's transforming existing industries too.
Exactly. It's making coding way more accessible, more efficient, more collaborative for you. Doesn't matter if you're a pro developer just starting out, or maybe just want to automate something simple, it lowers that barrier to entry quite a bit.
It really does feel like that barrier is just plummeting. I remember back in college, just setting up a development environment could take days. Now it's almost instant.
Totally different world.
But is there a downside to that democratization? Like more people coding, sure, but maybe fewer really understanding the deep stuff, treating AI like a black box.
That is a crucial point, actually.
Yeah.
The ease of use is fantastic for productivity, no doubt.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does raise this concern that maybe a generation of developers could miss out on some foundational understanding of how software really works underneath.
The black box issue.
It's a real thing in AI development. Now, platforms like Replit, they do try to balance this. They offer environments that are accessible and powerful, often encouraging learning by doing. But it means educators and the platform creators themselves share this responsibility, right?
To make sure the tools don't hide everything.
Exactly. To ensure that convenience doesn't completely erase the need for that critical foundational knowledge. It's definitely an ongoing challenge as these AI-assisted tools get better and better.
That's a great point. Add some nuance. Okay, so from pure AI, let's pivot now to how AI is getting baked into the everyday devices and services you use all the time.
The consumer tech angle.
And who better to start with than Apple? They've announced the iPhone 17 lineup, and alongside it, a totally new iPhone Air. It's supposed to be lighter, slimmer, plus updates for the Apple Watch and AirPods, better performance, battery life, and critically, more AI-powered features.
Yeah, this whole suite of announcements, it just clearly shows how AI is accelerating its way into, well, pretty much all consumer electronics. It's moving beyond just making chips faster.
Right.
So for you, these updates, they don't just mean slightly faster devices. They mean smarter devices, more anticipatory ones. AI is enhancing everything. Think more precise, context-aware health tracking on the watch.
Like predicting problems.
Potentially, yeah. Predicting things before they get serious.
Yeah.
And richer, more personalized audio through AirPods. Maybe adjusting sound based on your environment or even, who knows, your mood someday.
Wow.
But the real takeaway from Apple here is they're deliberately making their already sticky ecosystem even stickier, even more indispensable. By weaving in these intelligent AI features seamlessly, it deepens user engagement, creates a more integrated experience that kind of anticipates what you need.
Seamless integration. That's definitely the goal. Now, shifting to Amazon, there are rumors about them getting into wearables too. Reports suggest they're developing AI-powered smart glasses. Project Codename, Jayhawk.
Ah, yes, Jayhawk. Seems like the race for the next big wearable interface is really heating up.
You think?
Well, these glasses sound like they're designed explicitly to go head-to-head with Meta's Ray-Ban Meta glasses, which have gained some ground already.
Okay.
Amazon's version is expected to have, advanced AI assistance, voice commands, and naturally, deep integration with the whole Amazon ecosystem. Alexa, shopping, the works. And this really brings up that big question about ubiquitous computing, doesn't it? Like, how many AI assistants are you eventually going to be wearing or talking to all day long?
Yeah, it could get crowded.
And what does that mean for your data, your privacy, and just choosing which AI does what? It's this compelling vision of ambient computing taking shape, but definitely raises questions about managing it all.
You're right, could become assistant overload fast. And speaking of ecosystems, Google's not standing still. They're evolving Gmail, seems like. Testing a new purchases tab just for online orders?
Oh, this is a practical one, probably highly anticipated by many users, aimed right at cutting through inbox clutter.
Tell me about it.
So this feature, it automatically organizes your online shopping receipts, your order updates, makes it way easier to track deliveries, handle returns, check past purchases, all right there in Gmail.
Convenient.
Very. And if you look at the bigger picture, it suggests Google is actively trying to expand Gmail's role beyond just email. It's becoming more of an integrated shopping and organization hub.
Competing with Amazon's tracking or those package apps.
Exactly, competing more directly with services like that. The underlying goal seems pretty clear. Make Gmail even more central, more indispensable for your whole digital life. Keep you locked into their ecosystem for more and more things.
Smart play. Keep everything in one place. Okay, let's transition now to the broader societal side of things, how society, education, even global communication are adapting to this AI era.
Important stuff.
First up, there's this significant initiative. It's called the Responsible Standards for Licensing, or RSL. And it's gaining support from some big names: Reddit, Yahoo, Medium.
Yeah, this is incredibly important right now and really timely. The RSL, it basically aims to set up some much-needed industry-wide rules for how AI companies can ethically and legally use online content.
So clear rules for training data.
Pretty much. Creating clearer terms for data licensing and, crucially, making sure publishers get fairly compensated when their material, which is valuable, right, is used to train AI models.
How would that work, like technically?
Well, it could involve things like standardized APIs for accessing content, maybe clear pricing tiers based on data type or volume. Some are even talking about blockchain for tracking usage. The point is moving away from this murky world of data scraping towards more transparent consensual data sharing. It reflects this growing pushback from publishers against what they see as, unauthorized data grabbing.
Setting up a framework for sustainable partnership.
Exactly. And for you, whether you're consuming content or creating it, this directly impacts the future. It's about trying to build a more balanced, equitable digital ecosystem where creativity is actually valued.
It is good to see creators pushing for fair play there. Now, turning to the next generation, Google is introducing something called AI quests for middle school classrooms.
Oh, this sounds interesting.
Yeah, that's like a great way to get kids interested, but also maybe build some foundational understanding early on.
Indeed. So this program, it brings real-world AI challenges right into the classroom. It goes beyond just theory, gets into practical application.
How does it teach them?
It's designed to teach students how AI actually works through, interactive problem solving. The goal is to spark that early interest in tech, but also develop critical thinking skills, which are so vital in a world drowning in data. This is clearly part of Google's effort to weave AI literacy into education from an early stage, preparing kids for a future where AI is just central to work, to daily life.
So it's an investment in the future workforce.
Absolutely. And also, hopefully, in creating responsible, ethically aware AI citizens from a young age, making sure they grasp both the power and the potential pitfalls.
AI quests for middle schoolers, that's pretty brilliant engagement. But as we democratize this stuff so early, are there specific ethical things beyond just being responsible citizens that really need to be hammered home in those lessons?
Oh, absolutely. That's a critical question. Beyond just general responsibility, these programs have to tackle specific dilemmas head on, like data privacy, for starters. What data is this AI trained on? How does that affect real people? Algorithmic bias is huge. How AI can accidentally, or sometimes not so accidentally, amplify existing societal biases if it's not built carefully.
Right, bias is a big one.
And even the concept of digital provenance. How do you know if something was made by AI or a human? These aren't just abstract ideas, they have real-world consequences.
So teaching kids to be critical users, too.
Exactly. Teaching them to critically evaluate AI outputs, understand its limits, question its sources, that's just as vital as teaching them how to build it. It's about empowering them to be informed users and ethical creators down the line.
Really important points to bake in early. Okay, finally, let's touch on a huge boost for global communication coming from YouTube. They're rolling out multi-language audio support to millions of creators.
This is a fantastic feature, an absolute game changer for creators who want to reach a global audience.
How does it work exactly?
It lets creators upload their video with multiple separate audio tracks. So you could have English, Spanish, French, all in the same video. Viewers can just pick their language.
So no more uploading separate videos for each language.
Exactly. It removes that huge hassle. This is clearly part of YouTube's strategy to boost its international footprint and really help creators grow those cross-border audiences much more easily.
That's pretty cool.
What's really fascinating is how tech here isn't just like translating text, it's fundamentally breaking down language barriers for actual content consumption. It makes videos truly global, allows diverse voices to reach everywhere, and fosters this more interconnected digital culture for you, the viewer.
Wow, okay, what a deep dive that was. We covered an incredible amount of ground pretty fast.
We did pack a lot in.
Yeah, from those multi-billion-dollar deals literally shaping AI's infrastructure to soaring startup valuations, redefining search and coding,
Yeah.
the smarter gadgets weaving into our lives, and those critical talks about ethics, education, global reach. You've definitely got your comprehensive Retter Reboot for the week.
And if you connect all those dots we talked about, what seems undeniably clear is this. From those massive cloud deals, right down to teaching AI basics in middle school, every single story reinforces that AI isn't some separate tech silo anymore. It's rapidly becoming the thread woven through almost every aspect of our digital and physical lives. It's hitting our economy, education, communication, our devices,
Everything.
everything. And that really raises a crucial question, doesn't it? As AI gets embedded deeper and deeper everywhere, what new responsibilities pop up for you just navigating this world, and what truly transformative opportunities might open up for society as a whole?
Exactly. So here's something to chew on. With all this innovation happening at, frankly, breakneck speed, how do you think that balance between pushing technology forward so fast and integrating it thoughtfully, ethically, how will that balance shape the world you live in, say, 5 years from now?
A big question to ponder.
Definitely. Keep that curiosity burning, and we'll dig deeper into these kinds of questions next time on The Deep Dive.